The New England Patriots got their first win of the year against the New York Jets without Aaron Rodgers last week, 15-10. They're currently 6.5-point underdogs as they travel to Dallas to take on the 2-1 Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys are coming off an embarrassing loss to Arizona, who many thought might get the number one pick in the draft. They lost 16-28. Dak Prescott was 25 of 40, 249 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. The fact that Tony Pollard went 23 carries for 122 yards, 5.3 yards per carry and loss is insane to me. They did have 3 of their starting offensive linemen out, and they were still able to run the ball pretty effectively. And Gallup and CeeDee Lamb had okay games. Gallup added 6 receptions for 92 yards and Lamb 4 for 53. But they got absolutely torched on the ground by the Arizona Cardinals. James Conner had a day. As a team, they ran the ball 30 times, 222 yards, 7.4 yards per carry. The Dallas defense gave up all that money and investment that went into the defense to give up 7.4 yards per rush in the NFL is an absolute embarrassment. And the rush defense for the Dallas Cowboys is a major concern. Look for New England to try to run the ball with Zeke Elliott in this revenge game to get the job done. I like Zeke Elliott in this spot. He had 16 carries for 80 yards last week, so he's starting to get his mojo going. Bill Belichick is finding spots to use him. But the major question for the Dallas Cowboys is, will the offensive linemen play this week? Left tackle, center, right guard, they didn't play last week. Tyron Smith, Tyler Biadze, and Zach Martin at right guard. They need these guys to be healthy because they're already thin at offensive linemen with a bunch of backup guys already on IR. So if the starter's out, you're going down to the 3rd and 4th string offensive linemen. The Cowboys are 2-1, but they beat 2 bad teams. They beat that terrible Giants team 40-0. They look like world beaters. And then they beat the Jets without Aaron Rodgers 30-10. This is the first above bums that they're playing. They haven't really played a good team yet. And New England is not a great team by any stretch of the imagination. They're 1-2. They get lost to the Eagles 25-20. They lost to the Dolphins 24-17, which doesn't look so bad considering the Dolphins have been blowing the doors off of pretty much everyone they're playing, and barely squeaked by the Aaron Rodgers-less Jets 15-10. Last week, Mac Jones was pretty pedestrian, 15 for 29, 201 in yards, and 1 touchdown. You will not be a starting quarterback long in the NFL, especially for Bill Belichick, if you're completing only 50% of your passes. A good quarterback is going to complete in that 65-66% range. So Mac Jones is on a shot clock, man. But if he can go into Dallas in a hostile environment and squeak out a win there and move to 2-2, New England's season kind of starts to shift in a positive direction. But if New England loses to Dallas and moves to 1-3, we could potentially see a move at quarterback. I'm not sold on Mac Jones, and I doubt Bill Belichick is either. Someone in the wide receiving room for New England really has to step up. Where is Juju Smith-Schuster? Hunter Henry is a great tight end, but he's underutilized too. I mean, completing 15 passes in an NFL game is pretty pathetic. Not one wide receiver had over 5 targets. They need to get the running backs involved more in the passing game as well. If you look at all those successful Patriot teams of the past, they had guys like James White coming out of the backfield and catching balls. They need someone in the running back room to step up and catch some balls out of the backfield. New England, however, does have a very good defense. They probably have a top 10 defense in the NFL right now. They held Zach Wilson 18 for 36, 157 yards, but it is Zach Wilson. He's Super Bush League. But a great stat from last week is that the Patriots defense held the Jets 22 carries for only 38 yards, averaging 1.7 yards per carry. So Dallas is going to have to, run the ball effectively against a very stout run defense. So I think that's where this game is won and lost. It's going to be in the trenches. I know it's cliche to say that, but if Tony Pollard can be successful, then Dallas will probably win. But if he goes for 18 carries for 55 yards, it's going to be a long day for the Dallas Cowboys. I think this is going to be a really, really tight game, and I think New England's going to squeak out a very low-scoring game. Plus 6.5 is a huge spread for this type of game. And what I like to do is use New England in a lot of teasers and get 6, 7, 8 points on top of that. So you're getting New England in like 14 points, man. That is a great bet to add to a teaser. You need like 3 or 4 teams to really make a teaser work for you, but I think New England is definitely a live play in the teaser bets. My prediction for this game is for New England to go on the road and win 24-17. Let me know in the comments below, how do you think this game is going to play out, guys? You think New England can win on the road, or do you think Dallas is going to right the ship, flush that terrible performance from last week, and get on the winning track? Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Peace!